Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today we're going to do a full body workout. So this video is a little bit different from the yoga videos that we normally have on the channel in that we focus on a movement series. So we'll do repetitive movement to help to build strength, flexibility, and stability. So let's get started on our backs. A great way to start off is to find neutral with the spine, and then we'll do a little warm up starting from the back. So I want you to lie down, and as you inhale, you'll arch your lower back so that your tailbone flips into the mat. And as you exhale, you'll flatten your lower back so your tailbone tucks up towards the ceiling. Inhale to arch. Exhale to flatten. Then inhale, come right into neutral with your lower back. Hold there, and then bring your right leg up into tabletop position. And then bring your left leg up in a tabletop position. Now take your arms up to the ceiling. Join your palms together, squeeze your knees together. Now feel your lower back long. It's not arched, but it's not flattened. Don't let it lift anymore as you stretch your right leg forward. Feel how it wants to lift. Instead, turn on your core muscles and then slowly reach your left arm back. You can bring your right hand to your knee, or you can keep it up, or you can take it forward, whatever you like. But feel that the spine is being pulled long. You're elongating, and that's what's going to turn on your core muscles. Then come back up and change sides slowly and controlled. Stretch the leg out. Feel your abs engage to help keep the lumbar spine long. So you hold the length of the curve. It's not flattened, it's not getting more curvy. Come back up, change sides, and then see if you can lower the leg a little further. Come back up, change sides. So we're going pretty slow initially, so you can really feel and make sure that you're turning on those core muscles. We'll start to pick up the pace a little bit, but make sure that as you pick up the pace, you haven't lost the connection in your core. Inhale to come up. Exhale to stretch out. Good, then set your feet down onto the floor. Well, that was a little bit of work in the abs, pretty good. Now roll over to your side and come onto your hands and your knees. And so on your hands and your knees, we'll do a similar little exercise, round your back, and then arch your back. One more time, exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Then come into a neutral position and send your left arm forward. Reach your right leg back, just slide it along the floor. Now see if you can lift that leg up an inch, but without the lower back sinking towards the floor. Keep your belly pulled up. Lower your hand and your knee, change sides, right arm, slowly stretch the left leg back, pull your belly up and then lift the leg up just a tiny bit, lower down, inhale, change sides, exhale, lower down, inhale, change sides, exhale, lower down. Now this last movement we're going to do is super important for training your squat. So keeping your waist in without it sinking towards the floor. Slowly start to stretch your hips back towards your heels. But visualize your lumbar spine staying as long as it can. And then bring your hips back over top of your knees. And then again, slowly start to stretch back. Keep the lumbar spine long. Good. Then come on up to stand. And let's start with our first movement. So we're going to do a little quarter lunge, and then a full. These lunges, I've been doing these lately, these are really intense. I think you're gonna like them. They really help to target your glute med. So it's gonna turn on your butt muscle and help to strengthen your butt. So you could do hands at prayer or whatever you like, but I'm in a little lunge, feet outer hips distance apart. Then as you inhale, slowly lower your back knee so it's just an inch above the floor. Feel your right thigh bone pull back. And as you exhale, push through your right heel, squeeze your right outer hip, lift up a quarter of the way. As you inhale, lower back down. Exhale, come all the way up. Good, then inhale, slowly lower. lift a quarter of the way, back down, come all the way up, and we're going to do 9 of those. One, two, three, 4, 5. Keep your abs engaged. Keep the same core work that you're doing on your back. So each one of these exercises we're doing is a core exercise as well. 8, I think. 9. Change sides. Oh my gosh, can you feel that in your butt at all? I'm like the laziest workout guy. Workout channel, like, oh, that's probably enough. So the thing is, you don't have to do a lot, you don't have to do intense, you just really have to target and focus and make sure that you're working your core and you're working the desired muscle group. That's why I personally think those like high intensity interval things are kind of ridiculous, because you end up going so fast that you're not really working the muscles right, you're not breathing. Maybe if you're like really good at them, I don't know. Four more. Make sure you can feel that outer hip squeeze. Go slow enough down in the quarter movement. You can feel your outer butt turn on. Last 2. Good. And step your back foot forward. Take your feet outer hips distance apart. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Now I've turned my big toes out just slightly. I really want to focus on my waist staying tall for this next exercise. So I'm not going to like stick my butt out. I'm not going to tuck under because then the waist wouldn't be tall. As you inhale, pretend like you're sitting back into a chair, but there's resistance pulling the crown of your head up to the ceiling. So it's almost like you're pulling yourself out of the squat as you're sitting back. And then as you exhale, drive through your heels, feel both outer hips turn on, squeeze, and then tuck your buttock in a little. Squeeze your buns. Then as you inhale, slowly start to sit back, pull up through the crown of the head, resistance. Exhale, squeeze your buns. Inhale, slow. And we'll do 8 more. Good. Then come to lie down onto your back. Last part of this opening leg sequence, we'll do bridge lifts. So with the feet hip socket distance apart, press your heels down, lift your hips up, then press your upper arm bones down and roll the chest and slowly lower. Exhale, lift up. Feel the backs of the legs turn on evenly. Inhale to slowly lower. You can stretch the arms straight as long as the shoulders stay rolled open. And now let's see if we can make it a little more challenging. Feet pretty close together now without the hips twisting. Bring one leg up in the table. And then we'll lift up and down, keeping one leg up. Now if you can feel this is too hard for your body, you're not strong enough or flexible enough yet, then just work with both feet down until the hamstrings and the glutes start to get stronger. Inhale to lower slow. Exhale, press into your leg, come back up. Then change legs. And then lower your buns down. Now roll yourself up to seated. And guess what? You get a break because you did so good. So just chill out here for a moment and breathe. So a couple of reasons why we want to take the break. One is so that you regain your energy so that when you come back into the next set, you really feel like you can engage the muscles again. The other is that we want the nervous system to adapt to what's going on. And so if we're like always just pushing, push, go, 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 your nervous system really isn't learning from it, so that you won't learn posturally and your body won't be able to recover. So we want that recovery time so we can get right back into it, give it our all. Okay, so let's come back up to stand. Take it from the top. Right foot forward, left foot back. Hands at your side or hands at prayer. As you inhale, keeping your knee on a track with your second toe and keeping it, not letting it go past the front of your ankle very far. Quarter of the way, all the way. Four more. Change sides. Now you might notice that you have a hip and a buttock that don't work as well, and it feels like really hard for them to do this. That's interesting to note. Four more. Keep your waist tall, keep your spine tall, head right up on top. Don't let your head hang forward going into text mode. Every inch that your head hangs forward in front of the spine, you're building 5 pounds of pressure right here in your upper traps, which will make them get thick and bulky. Not a good look, and not so good for your neck. Step forward, feet outer hips distance apart, big toes turn out slightly, Frankenstein arms. Pull up to your crown. Here we go, 10 times. Slow on the way down, like 3 counts. 2, 3, 1 to come up. Then lie down onto your back. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Arms at your side. Exhale to lift up. Feel the inner and outer hamstrings squeeze. Squeeze the buttock to the backs of the knees. And lower slow. Now bring the feet close together. We'll get right into the one leg movement. Remember, if it's too challenging, you can do this whole sequence with both feet down. $120. No, just kidding. Okay, change sides. That's 10 on that side. Okay, and just chill out for a second, Baddha Konasana. Whew. Wipe the sweat. It's freaking hot here today. Okay, roll yourself up to seated. So the next movement that we're gonna do is a lunge to a step up, and then we're gonna try to make it more challenging. We'll do that, and then we're gonna work on developing some chest muscles and some back muscles. I hope that you like it. So, check it out. The first thing that I want you to do is to just practice. This is still kind of part of our break. Practice tipping over with a flat back. So you can bring your hands to your waist, put a little bend in your knees, stick your buttock out some, but keep your belly pulled up. And then come back up with a flat back. So if this is really challenging, if you're really tight in your back body and to go over your back rounds like this, you're gonna do the exercise where you do it with one leg. You're just gonna do it with both legs down and just practice like this. But if this is pretty easy, you're like, I've already been doing yoga with you for a little while, I'm pretty flexible. Okay, then you can try to do it on one leg, like that when we do the one-legged part. I'm getting ahead of myself though. The first part, we're just gonna do a lunge into a little step-up movement. So reverse lunge, step your left foot back, then come up and bring your knee up. All right, then we're gonna tip into the bent knee position and back up. So I have a little micro bend in the right leg. I never know what to do with my hands. You can hang your hands, you can keep your hands on your hips, you can keep your hands on your waist. Make sure you're not leading with your head, lead with your heart. Good, then we'll change sides. And the tipping. Then come back up to stand. Here we go. Ready for this? We're gonna do a little push-ups. So check it out. When you're learning push-ups, I really recommend that you start with your knees down so that you can have good posture. So many times I see people doing push-ups where they're all hunched in their back, or they're doing the hump push-up, which just looks like this. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm getting really good. And that doesn't do anything for your chest. So to train the push-up position, I'll strongly encourage this, unless you're like already rad at push-ups or something. But so check out this form. I got my knees down, my belly's pulled up, my spine is long. When I lower, I bend my elbows back a little, so they're not straight out to the side. And then to come up, I squeeze my core and push evenly into my hands. I lean the chest, squeeze the core to come up. Let's do 100. No, I'm kidding, let's just do 10. Pretty good. Now lie down on your belly. Stretch your arms out in front of you. And then we're going to start to work the back muscles here. So as you exhale, slide the hands back and lift the hands up off the floor. Feel your back squeeze, reach your chest forward, squeeze the backs of your legs. And then as you inhale, slide your arms forward again, lengthen through the back of your neck. And as you exhale, pull the elbows back, pretend like you're pulling something with your hands, and then squeeze the back muscles, lift the wrist up. And then inhale, stretch your arms forward, lengthen the back of your neck. And exhale, squeeze the arms back, lift up. Squeeze the backs of the legs, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, squeeze and lift up. To make it a little more interesting, lengthen your tail, squeeze the legs, and lift the feet up an inch. And inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, squeeze, lift. One more time. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, squeeze, lift. And release. Okay, cool. So we're going to do that one more time. You need to take a little break right now. So, you got any good jokes or anything? I never know what to do during the breaks. I'll come up with something for the next one. If you have any good jokes, I want you to leave them in the comments below. I'm going to read them on the next one. Give us something to entertain ourselves. Or maybe we'll have a thought for the day on the next one or something like that. Something about like never giving up and all that kind of, those are the type of things that you have to think of when you do a workout. Okay, round 2. Now we're going to switch it up, go right into the step back on the other side. Good, and then we'll go into the one-legged, or the warrior 3 movement. Change sides. And then drop and give me 12 this time. Knees down, hands out to the side. Here we go. Belly up. Okay, and then lie down onto your belly. Stretch your arms out, lengthen through the back of your neck. And as you exhale, bend the elbows back, reach the chest forward, lift, rotate. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend back, lift, rotate, elongate your spine, stretch the elbows away from each other. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, bend. Lift the wrist, spread the elbows, rotate. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. Lift, pull your belly up, spread the elbows, rotate. One more time. Spread, rotate, and then release. Okay, it's abs time. So this next movement, we're going to start to train like from Pilates, the roll up position. So a way to be able to train this position is to start to roll down onto your sacrum and then see if you can roll back up from there. Okay, then maybe a little further. You can also put something on top of your feet, or like hook your feet under furniture, under the couch or something, and then see if you can roll back onto your lower back. And then if you can roll all the way back, then nothing happens, then you just can do that. Oh, my feet lifted up a little bit, I'm kind of cheating. Good. Then roll back down onto your back. Open your arms out to the side, and we're going to work the obliques, which are these side abdominals. So the arms open up to the side. As you inhale, the knees go over to the right. And as you exhale, they come back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale to center. You got the drill here. You can do a little bit bigger range of motion than me as long as you move with control. My obliques are kind of weak right now, so I'm doing little range of motion. But you might be ripped in your obliques, so you can go a little bit bigger as long as your shoulders don't lift. Okay, then roll yourself up to seated. Last part here. Come onto the elbows. Take your feet outer hips distance apart. Tuck your belly up, but spread your chest. And then turn your hips an inch to the right. Turn your hips an inch to the left. Inch to the right. Inch to the left. To the right. Belly up. To the left. Come back to center, squeeze your belly, open your chest. Come up into plank on your hands. And then set your knees down. Okay, we gotta do that one more time. Just one more time now, and we're gonna be all done. And then you're gonna do some yoga after this, right? Because you gotta stretch out after. You're gonna do a whole hour-and-a-half routine. I don't know about that, okay. Take a little break, let your abdominals recover. I'm just gonna put this right here, okay, don't mind this. Here we go, rolling up and down. Remember, so when I first started doing this movement, I had to just like go like this. This is as much as I could do with control. So as your abs start to get stronger, you'll be able to do bigger range of motion. But until then, you can just slide back as far as you can. Okay. And we're gonna do 10 times. Now on the last one, hold in the tucked ab position, bring your left leg up, and then change legs. Don't let your abs untuck. Change legs. And change legs. Oh my gosh. Open out to the side. Again, laziest workout class. Knees together. Okay, keep the spine long. As you inhale, knees over to the right. Open the left chest. Exhale to center. No, I'm kidding. This is pretty intense. You're doing good. If you can stick with this workout, pretty rad. Remember, one of the focuses is that we're moving slow with control, with good alignment, good posture. To make sure we're using the right muscles. Okay, and then roll yourself up and come into the forearm plank position. Press the forearms down, tuck your belly up, turn the hips an inch to the left. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Come back to center, lift your belly, reach your chest forward. And then set your knees down. Come up onto the hands. Plank on your hands. And then release. Great job. Should we do a couple stretches? Let's do a couple stretches. Come into child's pose. So sit back on your heel, stretch your arms forward. And then, let's see, lie down onto your back, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. So we work these muscles a lot in your outer butt. So we want those to get strong and flexible. So it's a good idea to stretch them after you work them. It's a great mellow stretch to get into those muscles. Then set the left foot down and stretch the right leg up towards the ceiling. And you can point and flex your foot a little bit to stretch your calf. And then stretch the left leg out along the floor. Change sides, cross your left ankle over your right knee. And hug it in. You have to resist wanting to crack your toes. It's so tempting. I just want to crack the toes. Don't crack the toes. Just hold in the pose. These are things that your mind obsesses about. Isn't the mind a weird thing? The things it thinks. Okay, stretch the left leg straight up. This is why we have to meditate. And then you can point and flex. And stretch the opposite leg out. Okay, cool. So that concludes your movement video. I really hope that you enjoyed this. We haven't done a movement video in quite a bit of time. So if you enjoyed watching the movement video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, share it with a friend if you think they would benefit from it, and let me know in the comments below. I want to see more movement. Otherwise, I don't know if you even want to see them anymore. Also, I'm going to put a link to a yoga video below that if you're like, I feel like I got a great workout, but I got some more time, I want to stretch, I'm going to put a stretch video right below. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you.